fully for enforced. Enforced? Link to other colorways. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen my face before, I'm at themissnicolemarie. Today we're going to be doing another Old Navy haul because I just cannot stay away from Old Navy. I absolutely love it, and every time I go in I have to pick something up. So they do have new things in. I have been holding off on going in because I know I'm going to buy something once I go in there. Right now I've seen so many of their like more formal attire that they have come out, which is definitely new for them, and I have to try some of these things out and also see what they have for the spring now that spring is fully rolling in officially. We do have quite a few things that obviously I did try on pre-spring, but we have a lot more. Don't forget to subscribe down below for more content. Also, please hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and without further ado, let's get straight on in today's video. All right, the first one here is gonna be kind of similar to like this button up type of vest that I want. However, this one's much more casual. I have tried on their version of the button-up vest, and unfortunately it does not work for me. I think my chest is just a little bit too large. I have too much gapping here or too much gapping in the buttons. So this one is a similar type of look to it, but it's just like a typical cotton. It kind of has like the same material as this, but in more of a button down, and then it still has like the little flare at the bottom. So let's try this one on. Hopefully it's a little bit better than like the formal wear vest. Let's take a look. Here is the button up on. Like I said, a lot more casual than what I was going for, but this one does seem to fit a lot better. I'm wearing a size medium and it's only $19.99. There is a little bit of gapping kind of like by the sleeve / armpit area, just a tad, but it's so much better than the formal wear vest. And obviously you see no gapping in the actual buttons, which is a huge plus. So this one's a lot better. I don't know if I love it. It was definitely not like what I wanted per se, but it's a good alternative. Definitely more casual. I could probably still wear it to work and, you know, look dressed up enough for what I do. So I don't know. I wasn't completely in love, but I also don't hate it. And it was only 20 bucks, so can't really go wrong with it, but I don't know. Okay, this next one is also new for the springtime. This one has more of like an exaggerated kind of like neckline. It's a very high neck and has kind of like a long neck hole, I guess, where it kind of flares out to here, and then I don't know, it's really hard to describe. It's got like slits on the sides. It looks chic, especially on the models that I keep seeing pop up on like my Instagram and all those feeds, but I wasn't sure how it would look on a larger chested woman, so let's find out. Here is the top on. Like I said, I did a horrible job describing it. However, it looks good from the side. It looks so boxy to me. I don't think, personally, I don't think it is great for like a larger chested woman. I don't know. It's not doing it for me. I do prefer more of a V-necks or sweetheart neckline, square neckline, something like that. It's a little bit lower. I feel like my chest just looks weird in high neck type of things most of the time. Not saying that that's true for everything, but I don't know. It just I wasn't feeling it for me. Wasn't in love. This one I did try on in a small because it seemed like it was oversized, and a small definitely fit me on this one. I just didn't like the way my body looked in it. It was also $19.99, so not a bad price, but Definitely requires a try on before purchasing. All right, the next one is another new top. This one is kind of like a knit top portion and then kind of like flares out at the bottom. Looked really cute again on the hanger on the model that I've been seeing. So I thought I'd give it a go and see how it looks. Again, I wasn't sure if this one was going to be good or not for larger chested women, so let's find out. Here is the top on. This is in a navy blue. I know it looks really dark. This one might be black and the dress was blue. They do have a dress similar to this as well. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not loving it. It was pretty tight on my chest. I was wearing it in a small, so sizing up would feel a lot better in the chest area. However, I feel like I would look very like bigger than what I actually am if I were to size up in like all the other areas. So that's kind of the problem I usually find with these types of tops. Just like making me look bigger than I actually am below the chest, if that makes sense. So this one isn't for me, I don't think. I'm not loving it. It's cute, definitely cute, but if you do have a larger chest, again, I think this one requires a try on. This one was also a little bit more pricey at $26.99, so I don't know. Honestly, still not a bad price for the top, and the quality of it seemed pretty good. Just, you know, some things you just have to try on. So I think this is one of those things. All right, we are officially into the dress portion of this haul because you know I have to have a dress portion. We're starting off strong. This is going to be the casual stuff, and then we're going to go into the more formal wear at the end. This one, I actually saw someone try this on TikTok, and she does have a larger chest, and it actually fit her really well, so I had to try it on. I tried this one on in the white, and it has a little floral print on it, and also in the black. They have it in 3 to 4 colorways max, is what I'm going to say, to be safe. But let's see how this one looks on. I'm going to try on the white floral and black for you back to back so you can see both. Is the white floral on. As you can tell, she is fitting perfectly in the chest area. I think this looks so nice. I love that you can still wear a bra and you can't really tell. It cinches in right below the chest so I don't look bigger than I actually am below. And it still has kind of like a flare out as well, and it has pockets. So this one was really cute. I was stuck between this one and the black one. Here is the black one. You can't see the detail as much in the black just on camera for purposes, but I'm wearing both of these in a size small. They fit absolutely perfectly, and they were $49.99. Unfortunately, they were not running a sale on these because they are new, and I think they're gonna go pretty fast. I think the only issue I might have with it was the length of it. It hit like mid calf length, which is not my favorite, but I loved everything else in this dress personally. So I did pick up the black pair because she's just so cute. I mean, I could wear her to work, could wear her on vacations, could wear her when I just don't feel like wearing pants. Like, she's gonna look good for every occasion, and I think the black I could definitely wear all year long. Throw on it like a jean jacket. I could dress it up, dress it down. Like, she's perfect. So round of applause for this one. I am absolutely in love. This next one is very similar to that knit top. Like I said, they had a dress form of this one, so I'm showing you the dress form. It's in navy blue. That's why I was a little confused on what color was what. This one's definitely navy blue, whereas I think the top was black. And let's see how it looks in a dress rather than a shirt. Here's the dress on. She's okay, I'm not gonna lie. She has the same kind of knit stitching effect at the top. Obviously, the bottom portion is just made into a dress rather than a top length. It does have adjustable straps, which is really nice, but they are kind of more spaghetti strap-ish. This one I'm wearing in a size medium, and it was a little bit big, not gonna lie. I was gonna try, obviously I tried the small on for the top, and that seemed really tight, so I tried on the medium for the dress, and that felt a little loose. So there wasn't really much winning in this one, unfortunately. I wasn't in love with this as much as the other dress, and this was the same price at $49.99. So needless to say, I chose the other dress over this one, but this wasn't too bad. I just felt like also the quality wasn't quite there. The top portion where the knit was definitely nice and thick. However, the bottom portion was really, really thin. So yeah, I don't know about that one. All right, now we're into the formal wear section. First off, I tried on like that two-piece that, if you are familiar with the Old Navy ads, you've probably been seeing. It has kind of like this cute brassiere looking top and then a skirt, and they all go together. This one, believe all of them, all the formal wear type of items come in the same kind of colorways. I could be wrong. This one is gonna be a black with big floral print. They do have obviously a plain black. They have a navy blue with white polka dots. And then I can't remember the other color, but it was definitely more of a bright color. Some of the other dresses do have more colorways. This one, the two that I'm going to try on for you, only had 4 colorways total. And the other ones had more of like pinks and reds, brighter colors along with them, but I just knew that they're not going to look good on me whatsoever. So I tried on the 2 that I thought would look the best. So let's take a look. Here is the 2-piece on. I'm going to start off right away saying the top is definitely way too large. The skirt has pockets, so we love that. The sizing on these are a little strange. I don't know what I could not find like the correct sizing whatsoever. The top looked like an L, like a lowercase L or an I as like the size, and I was like, I don't know what that means. Is it a large? Is it lowercase L? What does an I mean? I wasn't sure what was going on with that. It's only $24.99 for the top, but obviously I couldn't figure out the sizing. The skirt was a small, so I knew what that was, but it was really, really tight. It does have a stretchy band in the back side, whereas the front seemed more like simple and elegant looking. However, it was still pretty tight on me, which I'm usually more of a small in Old Navy, so it was kind of weird. The bottoms were $39.99, so a little bit pricier. Altogether, what is this at? Like 60-ish, $65. It's okay. The material is kind of weird. It doesn't feel like super formal. It's like Old Navy's version of a formal dress. So just forewarned, it's not going to be like, you know, not going to be like a formal dress, but the fabric's a little off. Not terrible, but a little off. All right, the next one is going to be the cute little mini dress that kind of flares out with the bows up top, if you've seen the ads. So let's take a look. Here is the dress on. I'm wearing this in a plain black. I'm wearing it in a size medium because I was so off on the other ones. This one seemed a little big, not gonna lie. It does have pockets, so again, we love that. The straps obviously are adjustable because it is a tie-up. Thank goodness I didn't have to tie it up because I suck at making those look cute. But this does not have like, I don't think it had a zipper or anything. I just threw it on over my head, so it was really simple and easy. If it was a better size, it probably would have looked a lot better on me. It just seemed obviously too loose in pretty much every area. So I wish I would have sized down, but at this point I was overstimulated and just over it. So yeah, this one you definitely need to try on a bunch of sizes to figure out what's gonna fit in this formal wear, because it does fit a little bit differently than their other normal, I would say, clothing does. So interesting. This one was also $49.99, so kind of right up there with the other price points for the casual dresses. So it's not a whole lot more really than anything else that they sell. So that is nice. It is the same material as the other ones. So again, kind of off, a little different, but it's not terrible. I don't know. I think it's up to you to judge. All right, that's everything for this Old Navy haul. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Please hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!